Today on Hands on Wellness, I have a fitness tracker that's not going to cost you a gazillion dollars. It's not expensive at all. And quite frankly, it just works. Stay tuned. Hands on Wellness is brought to you from LastPass Studios. Using the same password everywhere is a security nightmare waiting to happen. LastPass easily creates unique passwords for every site. Visit lastpass.com/twit.
This is TWiT.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Pruitt, and this is Hands on Wellness here on TWiT TV. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm unbelievable as always. This is a podcast where I really enjoy sharing the ideas about how I handle my personal wellness with just simple tips and tricks and tools. But on this show, we actually take a look at more of the tech that's available to us, folks. We have all of this tech out there available to us, whether it's on Amazon or Target or whoever. There's all kinds of little consumer tech devices out there. Why not utilize them to get a better grip on our personal wellness? And that's exactly what we talk about here on the show. I appreciate you all joining me each and every Friday here on the network. Our website is twit.tv/how. That's twit.tv/HOW for Hands on Wellness, where you will find all of our subscription options, whether it's Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever podcast app you're using. We also have a YouTube channel, so you can subscribe on any of those platforms and even subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the video version of the show each and every week automatically. All right. Thank you for joining the community and spreading the word about the show. That support really does mean a lot. So now let's go ahead and get started with this week's episode. So previously on the show, I've brought up at least 3 different options regarding the wonderful world of smartwatches or fitness tracker armbands, if you will. And they varied in price. We've had some that were a little bit pricey comparison to some of the other devices, and some were super duper inexpensive. But I also like to try to look at these things in comparison to the popular Apple Watch that's out there, because that seems to be the king of the space for whatever reason, but it also seems to be the king of the pricing, in my opinion. I could be wrong. That's my opinion. That thing is really, really expensive. Well, today we're going to go on the other end of the spectrum from a pricing standpoint. And I'm talking about the Wyze Smart Band. Wyze, W-Y-Z-E, Wyze. I know you guys have heard of that name, because if you're a regular TWiT listener, you've heard about us talking about some of the previous Wyze products, such as the Wyze Security Cam that came in at an amazingly low price, but gave you a great value with what you purchased. And Wyze has done it again. This is a product that is a pretty nice price on here. And I'm talking like under $50. I'll get to the price here in a minute, but I'm talking under $50 and giving you a nice value for what you're picking up. All right, so let me just talk about this smart band. This is a smart band that's pretty typical. It's going to give you a heart rate monitor. It's going to count your steps. It's going to track your sleep. It's going to be connected to your smartphone via Bluetooth. It is water resistant up to 50 meters or so. It is touchscreen. It vibrates. I mean, you probably just heard it vibrating right now into the mic. It has pretty much everything typical smartwatches have. What sets it apart? Okay, the one thing that sets the Wyze Band apart is the ability to connect it to your other Amazon smart home products. In particular, I'm not going to say the word because y'all will get mad at me if I say that word. You know, the Amazon Alexa products, using the Wyze app that's available on your iOS or your Android device. I have no use for any of that stuff, but I do like that they're trying to give you one ecosystem to take care of your fitness tracking, as well as take care of things like your smart lights in your home with the tap of your finger here on your wrist to navigate through the different screens. But if that's your jam, you have at it. That's not necessarily my jam right now. And this is a wellness show, so we're going to talk about the wellness aspects of it. But again, it's going to allow you to track your heart rate in beats per minute, which is very good to help make sure you're doing well from your cardiovascular standpoint. It has GPS on the inside of it, so it can keep up with your steps and how many miles that you're getting in a day and things like that. It also has a pretty nice reporting system in here. I like the reporting system for tracking my sleep. Tracking the steps in the workout is fairly good. It's sort of average, not too much to talk about on it there, but it is useful for someone that's just trying to get a general overlook of how much they've been working out during the week. The app itself that's available on your mobile device is pretty straightforward. It's the Wyze app, and you just sort of cycle through it and add whatever screens you need to add that will pop over to your wristband, or delete some screens, just, whatever it works to make it easier for you. I like having notifications on my wrist for when I get text messages or emails or things like that. And it does a good job letting me know that these things come in because it vibrates pretty quickly and it's not much of a lag or a delay. My only problem is the vibration on this thing. It vibrates as if, holy crap, something is really going on in the world. Woo, emergency, emergency. Look, Wyze, I don't need that much of a vibration on my wrist, okay? I appreciate the thought, but just a little nudge would have been just fine to let me know, hey, you got a notification. There's an email that came from you, that came for you. So that's one little nitpick on it, but we can still work with it at this time. When you're looking at your notifications, in particular the email, unlike some of the previous smartwatches out there, I can tap on the notification and see the email that came in or see the text message that came in. I can't always read them. You can tap on the screen and sometimes it looks like it will open up the message so you can read it, but it didn't necessarily work for me. It just let me see the subject line or the first line or two. So it just gave me a gist. Sometimes I want to be able to read the message right there while I'm on the go. I'm not necessarily have to pull up my phone, but that's just me. Your mileage may vary. Totally up to you. Let me see if I can show you just how this thing looks on my wrist here. So here it is. It's just a simple band. Really, really nice touch screen on it. Pretty vibrant. Really easy to see. You just sort of swipe and tap through to see what's going on. All of the different screens here. The workout screen is pretty straightforward. You can add different types of workouts to this. I didn't add a lot. What I typically use for my morning walk, let's see, we'll go back, is just the free form, I believe is what it's called, free training. And you just tap on that and it'll count down and say, okay, you're getting ready to work out. And I just go and take my little regular walk. And then when I'm done, I just tap on it again to say, hey, I'm finished. And we're good to go. It'll figure out all the calculations as far as how many steps, calories burned, so on and so forth. My only beef with that is sometimes I would forget to stop the counter there. I would go and have my morning walk and get into a groove and have my camera with me. And I'm taking all of these shots and I could be sitting in a particular shot for a good 20 to 30 minutes. Not necessarily exercising at the time, but it is still a part of my morning walk. And that cycler is still going. I wish there was some sort of nudge to say, hey, you're not moving. Are you done or you need to pause or anything like that? That would be convenient. Or when I get back from my walk and I get in the house and my brain is thinking, holy moly, I really need to just go get some water and get some coffee and get some food in my body. And I never really think to tap onto my wrist to say, hey, I've finished my workout. I'm done. And next thing I know, at 2-3 hours later, my watch buzzes at me because I'll get a text message, but I'll notice that it still has the counter going, thinking that I'm still working out for several hours in the morning. That can skew the data a little bit when it comes to your analysis for the week and things like that. So just be mindful of that particular behavior. Again, this is something I think is quite legit for the pricing. You can get the Wyze Smart Band for $30, but depending on where you look, you may even be able to get it for $25. We'll have it a link in the show notes and in the descriptions, because I've seen a couple discount codes pop up here and there on the screen for Amazon and other sites, and it just depends. So we'll put some links in the description just in case you are interested in getting your hands on the Wyze Smart Band. I think this is something that would be great for anybody that's, they just want to keep a track of what's going on with this thing. And it allows you to tie in with other services such as Google Fit, and it allows you to track your sleep and how much sleep you're getting. It's not going to be the most thorough of data when it comes to tracking sleep and some of the other data, but it's good enough to get you started. I have some other devices that I'm looking into right now that's going to give you a little more information, but for $30, this is totally worth it. And I would highly recommend it for anybody that's just trying to get their feet wet in fitness tracking. All right. So that is going to do it for us this week here on Hands on Wellness. I really do appreciate y'all joining me each and every Friday here. It does mean a lot. If you have any other questions or feedback or products that you're interested in seeing on the show, shoot me an email at hal@twit.tv. Or if this is something that you'd like to share with me to say, hey, I've been having a good time training with this and doing that, and I've really just been stepping my game up on my personal wellness, and I am just killing it out there, Ant. I'm just loving life right now. So yeah, share those stories with me too. I'll be more than happy to give you a virtual high five and just keep rooting you on. Okay, folks. All right. That's going to do it for this week. Be sure to follow all of my other shows here on the network. And thank you all for just being kind people and supporting the show and supporting me as a person. It does mean a lot. All right. So with all of that said, you all be well and do well. And I am still looking for justice for Breonna Taylor. Y'all take care.
Want more TWiT? Well, you gotta check out iOS Today. It's the show where Leo Laporte and I talk about everything to do with iOS, iPadOS, tvOS, watchOS. It's all the devices, all the best apps, games, and services, everything in between, plus a whole lot of laughter. twit.tv/iOS for iOS Today.